Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the women's flyweight bout between Jessica Andrade versus Erin Blanchfield. And how I see one right here between Andrade versus Blanchfield is I'm going average confidence Jessica Andrade to beat Erin Blanchfield. And how I see one right here is really should be high confidence, but hey, it is what it is. We're going average. Andrade beating Blanchfield. So far, what I've seen from Blanchfield, I haven't really seen any notable striking, really any notable striking threat or technique. Like, oh my gosh, her jab so crisp, her footwork so crisp right now. I can't say anything so phenomenal about Blanchfield striking. Her grappling pretty solid. Her wrestling offense is noticeably lackluster. Like, it's not like, oh, I feel like she can strike better than maybe like the lower mid level of women's MMA or this weight class. Can grapple with some of the best of them. But wrestling wise, I don't know. Like, I just feel like she has all the skills she needed to elevate to this level, but I feel like she's kind of jumping there too soon. Like, her striking needs to be a lot more crisp. Her offensive takedown needs improvement, and I feel like her striking improvements aren't where they need to be, and her wrestling, which could help her grappling, aren't where they need to be. I feel like Andrade has clearly a better striker. You know, she's more technical on the feet, offensively and defensively, and obviously got that power as well, which is really a big factor. Like, I feel like Blanchfield don't have nothing to keep her off her. Andrade will be short and stocky per user, little tiny tank, and Blanchfield's takedown offense is already terrible. And you got short, stocky tank Andrade in front of you, mollywopping you. You got to try to somehow get a hold of her or hope she trips and falls and you create a grappling exchange. I just feel like I can't really see no Blanchfield having the best success getting her down. And even if she does, I don't feel like she'll, like, oh my God, Andrade is just this white belt or something. They don't know how to do jiu-jitsu. Like, only person who really tooled her at this level. Matter of fact, the only person who really tooled her in general in grappling, as far as her UFC career, has been Valentina Shevchenko. Other than that, you can't say anyone else she has had any bit of issues with grappling. So it's not like she has a trajectory. I mean, some career history, like, oh, this girl always has bad BJJ or has bad this or bad that. Like, nah. I haven't seen her have struggle at all in any grappling situation. Barely. 135, maybe, well, yeah, 135 due to size and stuff. And also, she was much younger then. She has since evolved a lot, you know, found 115 and 4 many good years there, 125, and she has definitely come into her own. So you can't even just say 135, like, oh, she's at 35. That's who she was at 135. She was small. I feel like she go 135 now and she would have much more success than she did when she was obviously not as skilled, not as experienced. I think she was barely 20 in her 20s when she was in the 135 division. So she was a young woman fighting in the only weight class they had at the time that was well above where, you know, her best weight was. And now you even see her inching back up to 125 when you probably say, oh, she this and that. Like, she's still kind of small, so 115 should be a weight class. So I feel if she wanted to, she could go to 135 and have success, but obviously 115, 125, she's having more success. So she's gonna stick at these weight classes. But yeah. To keep it short, I feel like I can't really see Blanchfield's path to victory. At best, it's also like she don't have no cardio issues. I don't see, oh, Andrade, she's a tank, she'll throw some bombs, but after a round or two, she's just huffing and puffing. And we have seen her mollywop people for round after round after round, no stopping. If anything, we see her keep giving her opponents beatings, and then she stops them in the third round because that's all they could take. They could take as much damage as they can, but eventually by the third round, she's still beating on you like, yeah, I had enough. And they either the ref stops it or they quit or they turn over and then the ref pulls her off of them. So Andrade can punch you as long as she needs to punch you. And she's come on a fight where I think she landed over like 150 something or 100 plus significant strikes. So she can throw hands and she can throw them for some rounds. And that fight went to the distance and like the steam did not come off her punches. So again, I'm trying to struggle to see where Blanchfield wins this one. If anything, it's gonna have to be something we have not seen for her. Like maybe she it's gonna elevate her or it's gonna bring something out of her that we haven't seen. But based on what we've seen, I can't lean to Blanchfield. Takedown defense, offense isn't great. Like I said, it's not to the level it needs to be. Striking is nowhere near where it needs to be. I guess the only thing you can say is grappling is there, but is it there to be a solid factor against Andrade? It's not. So her one factor you could really rate is not even there enough. It's not like, oh my gosh. And you're getting so hyped of her beating Molly McCann. Molly McCann is like 0-10 versus solid grapplers. So another thing to look at it. So her win over Molly McCann is just should have been to be expected. So yeah. I see Andrade just impose her will upon her. Blanchfield trying being game enough, making it somewhat competitive, but Andrade is wearing on her, wearing her down, and I'm gonna say put her away late second round TKO for Jessica Andrade. So in this one, I got Jessica Andrade via second round TKO.